Hi everyone, this is Jasmine. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another celebrity tarot reading. Today we are doing a reading for Mike Faist. I'm actually not sure whether you pronounced it Feist or Feist. Um, so forgive me if I'm not saying it correctly, but we are talking about this guy who recently was in a movie with Zendaya, Challengers, I believe it's called. So we're going to take a look at Mike. If the cards have anything to tell us about his future, about his personality, and so on and so on. So let's get started. And please, everyone, once again, I would like to encourage everyone to take a look in my bio, because you will find information about my other platforms. Here on YouTube, I only do general celebrity readings, but I do more exclusive and longer detailed readings on Patreon. So take a look at my Patreon. You are also able to purchase personal readings, love readings, career readings, twin flame readings, or even, other types of readings. So just take a look. And if you like my channel, please subscribe. And to all of you who have been here for a while, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your support. And now, let's talk about Mike, shall we? Wait, did something turn here? No. Okay, we'll try again. Now, already from the first cards, I can see that Mike's personality is shining through here. The cards are trying to tell us that Mike is a very truthful soul. He is the kind of person who would speak the truth and express themselves very clearly. He is very honest. He's very how do I say this? He's non-jaded. He is not about bragging or showing off his abilities. He is more about just doing the things that he likes, and if people like what he does, it's kind of like a bonus for him. But it is never about showing off or bragging about the talents and the abilities that he has. But he also chases his dreams. He has a lot of dreams. He has a lot of things that he would like to do and to experience and to try out. So sometimes he can stress himself a little bit about that and beat himself up to be able to do all the things that he like. So the cards are also suggesting that he needs to relax. He needs to let go of desired outcomes in order to get what he wants. Because I think that he has been chasing a lot of dreams, and that is kind of exhausting him a little bit. And sometimes he also feels the sadness when things doesn't turn out the way that he wants them to. Even though he has been a very lucky guy, even though he has achieved a lot of things, he is also a perfectionist. So he sets very high goals to himself. And so even though he achieved a lot of things, in the public eye, he is doing a very good job. People maybe even consider him to be perfect. he doesn't view himself like that, and he beats himself up because of that, because he is a perfectionist. He always seems to see something that is not good enough. He is also the type of person who is kind of dependent on logic. He wants things to be explainable. Um, he doesn't always trust his intuition. And maybe because of that, he lets other people decide for him a little bit more than he should. He should actually trust himself more. He is not trusting himself too much. But luckily for him, I do think that he has a very supportive unit behind him, so that I think that things go normally very well for him, you know. But he definitely needs to trust himself more and take chances and listen to his inner voice, and he needs to be more in charge of his own choices, because sometimes he ends up doing things that other people are telling him to do, and he doesn't always like those, to do the things that other people tell him to do. And people in his life are constantly making decisions for him instead of him making those decisions himself. And sometimes that can also end up as a burden. He definitely undervalue himself a lot of times. So he needs to work a lot on his self-worth, because he is so down to earth, because he is so he I am not sure how to explain this, but he is very down to earth, and he doesn't believe that he is this multi-talented person that everyone else, clearly see that he is. He tries not to overshine anyone else. He always stays in the shadow, trying to keep himself to himself, because he doesn't believe that he is, worth looking at. It's like when he is in the movie with Zendaya, who is such a popular actress and a popular, celebrity. He just feels that he keeps continue asking himself, what am I even doing here with this woman? We are on different levels. So he doesn't trust himself and his self-worth enough a lot of times, and he definitely needs to work with that, because I think that is holding him back in a lot of situations. But he's definitely multi-talented. He is good at a lot of things, and he has also been rewarded for a lot of things. So people do, notice his talents, and people do try to tell him his worth. But it is still hard for him to believe in himself at times. Well, he is in a place now where he is being showered with abundance. He is really in the right vibration and frequency at the moment. He is working, he is creating, and he is really meeting the standards of people in the industry. So he's really doing a very good round at the moment. He is being offered a lot of projects, and he himself is also expressing himself in such creative ways that he is making himself noticed. He is the kind of person who likes to infuse his artistry and creativity into not just his work but his whole life. So when people get to know him, they actually notice the creative artist that he is. And he is also a person who is very focused on service. He believes that as an actor, as an entertainer, as an artist, that he has a job to do, and that is to serve his fans, people who comes to watch his work. So he is very focused on that. That is actually, you know, something that he needs to work for, and not something that he should expect that people should worship him for without him actually doing making an effort. So he is definitely not the type of person who looks for fame for the wrong reasons. He wants people to like him for he wants people to notice his talents through his work, and really if anyone is to become a fan of him, if anyone is to like him, it should be because of what he does and what he shows them through his expression, through his art, through his talents, and not anything else. He doesn't like this celebrity culture as it is now, where people kind of admire certain movie stars or singers or anyone like that just based on their looks or who they hang out with. He believes that that is the wrong focus. The focus should be about their talents. I don't know if I explained that in a good way. I hope that you understand. Oh, what happened to my cards here? They are all messed up. Just a second, guys. Okay. So, what else is there to know about Mike? What else is there to know about him? Oops. It seems like on the personal front, now I'm not sure whether he is in a relationship or not, but it seems like that he has had some struggles on the personal front, especially when it comes to emotions. I have a feeling that he is in a relationship because we get the Lover's card here. The Lover's card is kind of like telling me that he is in a relationship with someone. It's a steady relationship, and they have had a lot of struggles. They've had a lot of fights. There has been a lot of arguments for some reason. So he is struggling emotionally. And he is also in his mind thinking now, should I stay or should I go? So I feel like he is in some kind of a transition moment when it comes to his love life. I might be completely wrong because I really don't know whether he is in a relationship or not. Here, he is really a type of guy who is very independent and very independent in a way that he doesn't, he is not dependent on what people really think about him, because he believes that the people that he loves, the friends that he has, the family that he has, they know who he is and they love him for who he is, and that is enough. Whatever the outside world thinks of him, it doesn't really matter. So he's very dependable like that. But he is also a warrior. He is also someone who fights for his own rights. Um, he doesn't let people just step all over him for no reason. He has strong values. He's not about money. He's not about vanity. He's not about just quick cash and fame and anything like that. He believes in hard work. He believes in um, being fair. He believes in, you know, human connection and building relationships with people. Oh dear. Okay, now we have a lot of cards here. He definitely has a lot to offer when it comes to, you know, the emotional, because he is a very sensitive guy. He is a guy who is very compassionate, and he has a lot of compassion to give other people. He's very helpful. He cares about the people around him. Um, he is scared of losing the people that he has around him. But there are also some kind of a dependency thing with him. I think that he has some kind of a abandonment issue or something. He has a lot to offer when it comes to compassion, when it comes to love, when it comes to feelings. But he also am also very afraid of losing the people that he really cares about. That is his biggest fear in life. He is I think he has been through a lot of inner turmoil in his life. There are a lot of things that he's still trying to work through when it comes to relationship with people in general. Um, it's a little bit chaotic in his headspace when it comes to that. I think the reason why he is very codependent to the people around him, and why he's letting other people make decisions for him a lot of the times, is because he is very codependent with them. He's afraid of losing them. He's afraid of um, if he doesn't um, let them take space in his life, that they will end up leaving him in some sort of way, and he doesn't want that. That is the last thing he wants in his life. um the people that really he cares about are the people who are most important to him. But he definitely, you know, it's in a very good space right now when it comes to his success. Uh, Something big is gonna happen to him. You know, I think that his efforts are being noticed, and he will kind of reap the rewards. I know that he has gotten a lot of rewards already, but I think that he is going to be even more rewarded in the future. He is going to be much more seen and heard of in the media. He is definitely going to achieve a lot more. He's also the type of person who is very charitable. He likes to share whatever he has. Uh, he is uh, he is he is a very generous type. Um, Whatever he achieves successfully, he will always remember to thank the people around him, thank for them their support. And I think that is why his supportive unit is also very strong, because there is a mutual respect there. There is a mutual love and mutual strong bond. Oops. He really, has a lot of passion when it comes to doing his work, but that also sometimes can cause some frustrations and recklessness, because he gets so passionate, and he wants everyone else to be as passionate as he is as well. And if they don't do that, that is going to cause him a lot of stress. Um, he is also struggling when it comes to aligning his personal values with the values that the industry is presenting. He is always trying um, to remind himself to check, and to be, to just be realistic, and to um, not be too pulled into all these fantasies and illusions, uh, where this movie industry will consume him completely. He is very mindful of that. He doesn't want that to happen. So it's always about making the right choice. It is always about the lesser of two evils. He is very afraid of making the wrong decision, and he is also very afraid of being misinformed, because he doesn't like conflict. He likes to respect other people, even though there are differences. He is the kind of person who thinks that agreeing to disagree is a very good motto. Uh, but it is hard. It is hard because he is in an industry where his values are always being challenged. So he is always in this conflicted situation where he has to choose the lesser of two evils. Uh, and that can sometimes cause him, some panic. He can feel kind of lack of energy because of things like that. And he almost wants to, give up, because it is just so contradicting to his own values, and he doesn't want to lose himself. um, but he is also very, he is so creative, so he needs to get a space where he can express himself, and this industry is the arena for him to do so. So he really is trying to balance these two arenas against each other. So it's not easy, unfortunately. Yeah. So, unfortunately, I think that at times he's going to be restless, he's going to be unfocused, and he's also going to be, kind of burnt out because of the reasons that I have mentioned. But it looks like that he's going to be more noticed, he's going to be more talked about. We're going to hear a lot more from him. We're going to see him in different projects. So he's going to be successful. He's going to be doing a lot of great stuff from now on. But it is also going to exhaust him because of the issues that I mentioned here, because of the values and because of the things that he doesn't like within this industry. But it's hard, you know, it's hard to be an actor and not wanting to be indulged in those values that the industry represents. So he's going to struggle with that. He's going to always have decisions that he has to make, values that he has to weigh up against each other, and that is going to be exhausting to him. But apart from that, as I say, he's going to do well because he's very talented, and he's trying very hard to not be taken away from the base of his values and how he is formed as a person, the values that he has been taught to as important while in his upbringing. So this is a little bit about Mike. Let me know if you agree to this reading, if you have anything to add, if there's any questions, you know, just fire away under the comment section or send me a DM. I'll be happy to hear from you. Until next time, thank you very much and bye-bye.